And we start tonight at 10 o'clock with major developments surrounding the murders of two young girls in Delphi. Nearly 5 years after the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German, police are focusing on a fake social media account.
Wish TV broke this story this morning. That same account is tied to a child porn case in Indiana. We have team coverage tonight, starting with Demi Johnson, who uncovered the actual court documents.
Detectives with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and the Indiana State Police have uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schatz.
Monday night, Indiana State Police put out a call looking for teenage girls, victims of a social media profile with the name Anthony Schatz. They say the account is fake, using pictures of a known male model to trick young girls into sending sexual photos and videos. Authorities discovered the account while investigating the February 2017 murders of Abby Williams and Libby German in Delphi.
Investigators would like any individual who communicated, met, or attempted to meet the Anthony Schatz profile to contact law enforcement by utilizing the tip email, Abby and Libby tip at CACOSHRF.com.
The announcement does not directly tie the account to the murders. Today, I uncovered court documents from Miami County showing now 27-year-old Keegan Anthony Klein told the FBI he opened the account. That revelation came during a February 25th, 2017 interview with state police and the FBI less than 2 weeks after the Delphi killings. Investigators say Klein took a polygraph test and admitted using the account and other social media platforms to get more than 100 sexual pictures and videos of underage girls. The criminal charges were filed in August of 2020, more than 3 years after the initial interviews. The heavily redacted documents do not publicly make any direct link to the deaths, but do reference the investigation started as part of another case involving state police and the FBI.
All that I really know is that she was on Instagram and Snapchat like a normal teenager. Of course, I'd never want to believe that she did anything different than what I would do or what anybody else I would think would do, but it's always possible.
Libby's sister, Kelsey German, tells me today that learning of the social media account has been a lot to take in.
I definitely feel like it's the same as when they released a whole new sketch after we'd been sharing the same thing over and over again. It feels like we're now looking at it at the whole case completely differently and sharing completely new information.
Well, we want to be clear on this point. Klein has not been charged in connection with the Delphi case. In fact, no one has been arrested for the murders. We asked state police about his possible connection, and despite last night's news release, they tell us they don't confirm or deny anyone who is or is not a suspect in any ongoing investigation.
Let's continue our team coverage with News 8 Sierra Hignite. Sierra, these documents we uncovered gives us a new look at just how this investigation has unfolded.
That's right. So this story, it starts in February of 2017, and it was one day after the girls were dropped off at the Monon High Bridge Trail in Delphi that their bodies were discovered, launching a major investigation involving local, state, and federal law enforcement.
Abby Williams and Libby German were dropped off on February 13th, 2017 at the Monon High Bridge Trail. It would be the last time that they were ever seen alive. One day later, on Valentine's Day, the girls' bodies were recovered. The next day, police would release photos of a man who they considered their main suspect, wanted for questioning. Then a week later, on February 22nd, police released the infamous video of the suspect where you can hear him command the girls to move. 2 days after the video was released, police served a search warrant at the home of Keegan Klein and his father. During the February 25th search, police confiscated 4 phones, a tablet, and an iPad from the residence. Later that night, police interviewed Keegan, where he admitted to creating the fake Instagram account Anthony Schatz, where he spoke to underage girls. Keegan had just returned from a trip to Las Vegas. 2 days after the search warrant was served, police received a call from Klein telling them that there was another phone that they had not taken in the original search. Investigators believe that Keegan spent parts of those 2 days deleting apps, data, and web search history from the phone. Skip ahead to April 2019, 2 years after the murders. ISP releases a new sketch and a video clip of the suspect. Police said new information and intelligence led to the updated drawing and clarified that the person in the first sketch was no longer a person of interest. 1 year later to the day, in April 2020, a new lead investigator is added to the child porn case involving Keegan Kline. Police met with the Miami County prosecutor in June of that year, and 2 months later, Kline is charged with child porn.
That brings us to this year, where in April, the reward for information in the case grew to $325,000. And just this week, police sought help in identifying the creator behind the social media account, Anthony Schatz, tracing it back to Keegan Kline. Reporting, I'm Sierra Hignite, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Sierra, thank you very much for turning out to iTomato and why it took 3 years between that initial interview with Kline and criminal charges. Doug Coons is a retired FBI agent, co-founder of Veracity, a private investigative firm in Carmel. He says it can be tough for police to gain access to social media accounts, especially if the provider is overseas. Even if it's on U.S. soil, the odds of getting through are only slightly higher.
What we in law enforcement investigations have dealt with recently, though, is pushback from these companies. Sometimes they're very protective of their users' privacy. So they often challenge those subpoenas and search warrants before complying with them.
He says every time police release new information concerning this case, they will get a flood of new tips.